There are rumors that 50 Cent, the rap sensation turned movie star Big Shot, is considering disclosing all the details about Diddy's history of assault charges in an upcoming documentary, and that he has a roster of insiders who are willing to do so. 50, who owns Unit Films, has been outspoken about the idea of creating a documentary about Diddy's life story began as a joke on the internet, but it has since received a lot of support from people who are also aware of Puff Daddy and Puffy. Diddy has committed numerous transgressions over the years, so it wouldn't be strange if he decided to document them further, ruining Puffy's already troubled career. In addition to other monikers, on November 18, the Mean surmised that a documentary was being made about the music mogul after seeing a Bad Boy label and record producer's poster of him posing with a rose on a couch on Facebook, along with the title Surviving Puffy and the Netflix logo. However, it turns out that the Netflix poster is a computer-generated deep fake. 50 Cent said that he was thinking of filming a movie called Surviving P. Diddy, and it has been claimed that he plans to implement the idea on November 22. His proposal followed Cassie's lawsuit against the Grammy winner and a second complaint alleging assault against Diddy's associate and former president of the Bad Boy label, Harve Pierre. The fake Netflix poster was posted alongside a screenshot of a headline about Pierre's lawsuit that 50 Cent shared on Instagram with the caption, "I told you they were coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is movie Surviving P. Diddy or Diddy Do It or Not, executive produced by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson." 50 Cent claimed that the movie on the No Way Out rapper would be subject to legal scrutiny, much like the 2019 document titled Surviving R. Kelly, even though of Diddy could have been fan-made. It was based on the R&B singer who was later found guilty and sentenced to prison after B accusations resembling Diddy's. Currently, rumors are, if this documentary comes to pass, Cassie Ventura is one of the people who has anticipated it telling the truth. In fact, Cassie has already revealed a great deal, as she stated in her lawsuit. That FIF is purportedly going to provide a safe space for Diddy's alleged victims to share their experiences and also provide protection for them in any case. In February 2006, that Com secured her to a 10-album contract with his label. She continued to assert that over the course of the next year, when he was 37 and she was 19, Combs reportedly exerted more influence over her personal and professional lives, finally using drugs on her and pushing her into having intimate relations throughout. After meeting Mr. Combs 2 years prior, Miss Ventura traveled to Miami in the fall of 2007. There, she was drawn into the close circle of her boss, the owner of her record label, and one of the most influential men in the entertainment industry, according to the lawsuit, even though it was swiftly settled by Diddy. Further Diddy victims' purported essay have subsequently been released. Aubrey O'Day, a former member of Danity Kane, responded to Cassie's lawsuit alleging Diddy of years of adultery, which he has denied. She uploaded images of headlines about the case on her Instagram account, saying that she wasn't too shocked by the claims. Has spent years trying to inform us about Diddy.its, not easy to take on one of the most powerful people in this industry and be honest about your experience with them, as O'Day explained years later in a statement to Rolling Stone. "I have experienced what she is feeling right now, therefore Hence, the statement further said there is a lot more to each of our tales, so may her voice bring the others to the table and allow us to begin having more open discussions about what is truly going on behind the scenes." On MTV's Making the Band in 2005, Diddy founded Danity Kane. On O'Day, he was kicked out of the group, even though she made a comeback in 2013. She said that Diddy sacked her because she refused to perform as required of her in a December 2022 edition of the Call Her Daddy podcast. "I wasn't willing to, do what was expected of me not talent-wise," she said. Additionally, O'Day stated that Diddy had offered to return rights to Danity Kane's music provided she signed a non-disclosure agreement, promising never to criticize the rapper or his Bad Boy label in public. In the meantime, Diddy's ex-girlfriend Misa Hilton, who is also the mother of his son Justin Combs, is another possible informant in his inner circle. June saw the arrest of Justin Combs. Upon his arrest for running a red light, he was accused of 2 minor driving charges. After his detention and release, Hilton used Instagram to vent her frustrations about Under the Influence. She wrote, highlighting the fact that she had been hanging around for years and pretending as though nothing was wrong. This is where the blame ends for her. With You, she seemed to make reference to Diddy's recent case against Deo, in which the liquor firm was accused of racial discrimination. Hilton questioned how someone could go from being among the best in history to being wealthy only from alcohol sales and then sued the damn beverage corporation. She promoted selling wholesome, uplifting products, and said, "I'm tired of it, not mine." Thinking back on her choices, she regretted not having kept her kid with her and showed contempt for You. CLA, the university from where her son earned a sociology degree in 2016, along with a dismal FUCLA too. She appeared to make reference to Diddy's new song Act Bad in another post. "Evil boy, I used to want to be a bad girl, but I decided to be a queen instead." She was honest about her flaws and said, "I am not perfect, but I'm intentional." Hilton explored the subject of leadership, using the adage "a fish rots from the head down." She asserted that effective leadership is essential to both success and the possible reason for failure and the need for candor. She concluded by saying, "The truth shall set you free. And all the children I love a come to Jesus moment." She also shared an image of a bloodied lion defending its cub with the remark, "It's up for unknown reasons." She said she would no longer be protecting anybody but her kid. called out Christina Coram, the chief of staff of comms enterprises for Diddy. Hilton said, "Stay out of the way, you are a nice person." "Everyone is tough until it's time to be tough," Christina added. "And Christina, if you try to handle me again, I will go straight across your head." Hilton ended, "Everyone has to sit around for years and pretend that nothing is wrong with you. This is where I draw the line." On the morning of June 5, Hilton uploaded a few messages on her Instagram story, one of which said, "Your child will take on everything from the bloodline of both parents." Hilton later removed the post. The positive and negative. And the ugly. They'll return the favor by reflecting to you the effort that your partner's parents performed without having to compete. You will find it difficult to navigate through it if you are unaware that it was intended to be this way. In any event, former Bad Boy staffers have already surfaced with further allegations, including an shocking tale of Diddy smashing Kim Porter's nose during a tyrannical outburst in a previously unpublished interview with The Skill of Conversation. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gan Deal, claimed to have seen his former boss beat Porter, the mother of his 3 murdered children, so hard that she needed no surgery. Nonetheless, it was reported by individuals. In response to claims made by the ESS, former rapper Mark Curry alleged that he smashed Kim's nose on a boat, and that the missing you artist also wiretapped Porter's phone and shattered her nose. Before continuing, Man Curry stated that if a man would go out of his way to wiretap when someone puts TAPS in their home to monitor their conversations or checks their phone, it's a sign of insanity, so you can imagine what else they do. What do you think he would do if he found her on the phone talking to someone, or felt that she was cheating on him by sleeping with someone else? What do you suppose he will say? When questioned whether Diddy is truly capable of doing what he has been accused of, Curry responded, "I think he's very capable of doing it. It's in his character that's going to be a fight." "I caught you, I heard this." "Nah? He's going to come in. It's going to be a fight," he continued. He went on to explain that his arrogance is what makes him who he is, and that selfishness is what makes people like that. He is currently being humbled, but it takes time for an arrogant person to become humble, saying that the bad boy for life chart topper. Furthermore, Mark Curry has discussed how Diddy mistreated his musicians. In September, Mark discussed Diddy's decision to provide his former singers their publication rights at last, following years of denials. The lyricist declared that he would prefer to get a 7-figure payment than to own the publication rights. Indicating their ostensibly declining worth, Curry said in the post caption, "I want him to give me $1 million cash so I can plan the rest of my life." That Diddy's obviously hollow choice to return the publishing was disrespectful. Diddy had returned the publishing. I responded, "Why don't you just keep it and pay me?" He said that he wanted the money, not the publication. The artist proceeded to vent his frustrations in the post comments, implying that owning his publication may have improved life in times of financial instability. Have you ever had someone owing you $50 when you wanted it back, they didn't pay you, and by the time they did, the $50 didn't have the same meaning as it had? Curry posed a hypothetical question, saying, "That's how I feel. I wanted that when it was making money, not after it's all gone." In actuality, it's offensive. Meanwhile, in an interview from jail, Sean Knight, another famous person who may have a lot to say in this purportedly planned documentary, discussed Cassie's recent lawsuit against Diddy, saying that it was nothing new to him. When Diddy discovered Cassie had a brief connection with the day and night artist, he became quite irate. He reportedly wanted to make sure that young C was home with his pals when it happened, so he threatened to blow up C's car. It's possible that he planned it so that it happened just around the time that young C's car exploded in his driveway. The suit noted that stories about the event started to circulate online in late 2012. Nevertheless, the report was never verified by the parties concerned. C's representative confirmed Cassie's story to the New York Times, stating that everything is true. Apparently, prior to this, Diddy had confronted his assistant, whom he believed was concealing Cassie and C's affair from him. The Capricorn cat was keeping his on al low regarding whether or not she was playing with Cooey. The female assistant that the Puffy Beat referenced is Capricorn Clark, sister of the actress Lauren London. Capricorn recently made a mysterious Instagram post on the news that Diddy had settled his case with Cassie by citing the Bible. She said, "Avoid that path, don't even follow those who do evil, don't follow the path of the wicked. Approach it, then turn around and leave. Doors must be unlocked," she said, "and you must be prepared to give up the money in 2011 since the kingdom was in terrible circumstances." In addition, an old black and white photo of her with bangs and shades was included with the message, coupled with another image with the caption, "They gone cross you for somebody who went cross them," written in white on a black backdrop. In addition, Capricorn apparently called Diddy the devil on her private X account. She stated that black women ultimately become the sacrifice for the previous 11 years of her life, during which she has had to put up with everyone's absurdity. Loyalty to the devil, I hope that ends. I don't think well of any of you. You can't keep your head down and act like you're cool anymore. According to Cassie's lawsuit, Diddy's head of security, Roger Bonds, was another person who was allegedly aware of his activities and attempted to stop Diddy from assaulting her. Cassie reported a 2009 incident in which Diddy assaulted her in the car as they left the club, shoving her into a corner and stomping on her face. Diddy had been upset after witnessing her speak to a music manager at a LA party. Cassie says Roger Bonds attempted to defuse the situation, but was unable to do so. Roger appeared to vouch for this by sharing this on Instagram. Is not intended to be seen as a threat or snitch against Cassie, Diddy, or anybody else. Rather, it is just me speaking the truth as I recall it, and the only reason it matters is because I have 4 daughters. For all the guys out there, my reality is that I saw it and was engaged with it for years. Roger wrote in the since-deleted caption. Post, I'm willing to be honest because I've been silent for so long. In any case, if 50 Cent releases that Diddy documentary, it seems like a tsunami of accusations could fall on the hip-hop mogul, and it might be a deja vu moment similar to The Rock. Kelly's story well. There concludes this video. Everyone, buy this.